Well, I have found, I think, the best lawnmower you could find. I picked this up for $25. It is a Snapper SPX 700 engine series, 190cc, 7 foot-pounds of torque, Briggs & Stratton engine. Came with the side chute and the bag. This does have compression. The lady I bought it from said, you know, they got a lawn service. They don't use it anymore, but they got $75 worth of carburetor work done to it, and it still didn't run right. So I sprayed it with carburetor fluid, and it kicked up and then shut back off, which I know very well it's a carburetor issue there. But it's a really nice shaped lawnmower. It just needs to be cleaned up. I haven't cleaned it up yet. I wanted to show you guys what it looks like first, and I'll give it a bath here shortly. But it's got one lever to adjust all the wheels. It works. This underneath here is really clean. Like I said, this dirt has a wash port on it. This is really clean underneath here also. I'm gonna check that blade, but it should be alright. I'm gonna sharpen it anyway. But it's self-propelled. Rear self-propelled, but I think this is going to clean up nicely. But like I said, there's a lot of debris there, so I'm gonna give this thing a bath, and we're gonna take away this carburetor here and see what needs to be done with it. As I mentioned also, it's rear wheel drive. There's the self-propel unit. I haven't tried anything yet, but right here, it's a digital thing. I took this thing apart, and it's a watch battery that goes in here. So I'm gonna see if I got a watch battery to put in there to see what it does. But it looks like it's got a start-stop thing for the blade. So we'll figure that out. But for right now, we're gonna take the carburetor off there and see what we find. Alright, I'm going to take off the air filter cover. Usually a 5/16, but I have my flathead screwdriver handy here to get this off. Ooh, oily filter. So they're sucking in oil there. So this, you can see through it, but it's got a lot of oil. So that's gonna be no good. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, clean this all up too. Get these 3 5/16 bolts off here. And I'll take the beauty cover off as well. Phillips screwdrivers. Right there. Phillips heads. There and there. Take that off and come back to it. Okay, I got the bolts off of here now. So I'm going to pull this off. I'm actually glad that seal's still on there. Look how dirty this thing is. Wow. That carburetor is a mess too. That was stuck there. I just got it unstuck. I don't know if you saw it, but that throttle, that auto choke was stuck. Just got that out. So, alright, let me take these bolts off. There's one right there. Right there. Sorry, grass is in the way. And right there. We're going to take this bolt off. This bolt's off, 3/8 bolts. Take that off, and we're going to get this carburetor off here. Also, before I forget, you always got to take this 1/4 inch bolt off of here. Also, so you can get that up, that next bolt. So I'm just going to leave that to the side there. I'm going to get the other 3/8 bolts real quick and get this carburetor separated. Alright, and the carburetor is off now. Separated from the motor. I'm going to spray this with some compressed air real quick and get this cleaned up before I take it apart and see what's going on with it. It is really dirty. Whew. Let's see what we find in here. Okay, I got got this all blowed out with my air compressor. There, looks a little clean, better clean. I'm glad this gasket stayed on. Hopefully enough we can keep it on. There's a little bit of gas in here, so I'm gonna see what's going on with that. Oh, I gotta redo this again, but I already cleaned this out. The air filter box out a little bit. So awesome. So we're gonna take this bowl off and we're gonna see what's going on with this thing here. It's on there tight. Uh-oh. I see old gas already in there. See a lot of varnish. So that main jet's clogged up, that's for sure. Let's take a look at the bowl. Yeah, looks like the Husqvarna mower. Same way. Huh. So, this looks like it's going to be a carburetor clean on this one. So, up close to personal is the trash right there. Look at that. Alright, the gasket's still good. So, looks like we're just cleaning out the carburetor here. So, I'm going to spray this down real quick and come back. Okay, got everything cleaned up again. Real nice and clean in there now. Carburetor's all cleaned out. There, needle and seat's all cleaned out. Of course the pin also. So, I'm going to go ahead and reassemble this thing back up. Again, real quick. There. Alright, might have to look at that float. That might be closing like it should. Alright, well I'm going to go ahead and get this reassembled there and come back. Okay, and the carburetor's back on. Everything's back on the carburetor there. So we're going to go and get it ready to put it on the lawnmower here. real quick. So just get this linkage in there first. And I'm going to go ahead and bolt this up real quick. Okay, air filter carburetor's on, air filter box is on there. Got a brand new air filter I'm going to put in there for it. There. And I'm going to get this buttoned up there. And I'm going to go ahead and just clean it off a little bit. Brace some compressed air on it. Try to get all that junk off of there, but I want to do it while I want to do that before I put everything back on. So I'm going to clean it up and it'll look like a completely different thing. So this is what the before looks like right now. You'll see the after I clean it up. Alright, so I gave it a bath. Stuff. And we're going to see if this thing fires up. Cleaned up really good. It's auto choke there, so just pull and it starts up. So here we go. Self-propel works. Oh yeah, it works. Carburetor clean. Runs good. Runs quiet. Not missing a beat. This thing runs really good. And I like it. There's one adjustment for the height. Let's pull this lever back. I think it's back. Oh, okay, back if you want it all the way down to the ground, or up there. Not bad little snapper mower. Just got to see about all this there. Looks like if you hold both these levers in, it only engages the thing, and then when you push this in, it pushes the whole thing. So it's a nice little setup from what it shows on there. So just wanted to show you this. So final looking start of this mower. It's gonna make a good mower for somebody, especially being self-propelled. So stay tuned.